Hi, my name is Ernest, and in this video I want to show you the differences between Ajax Search Lite, which is the free version, versus Ajax Search Pro, which is the paid version, to see which one fits better your case. I can't even count how many times have I been asked what the differences are, and every single time I had to link to a resource or explain the differences or ask questions or what the user is looking for. But in this video I want to clarify every major detail, because there is a lot of differences. I don't want to make this like an extremely long video. What I want to do is highlight the most important differences, and of course the rest of them you can check out yourself. So here I have opened the Ajax Search Lite backend, so the settings area, as well as Ajax Search Pro backend, as well as the demo page, where I quickly want to show you that you can actually try this Ajax Search Pro backend by going to the try menu up here. So this is ajaxsearchpro.com, and you just go to the try menu, enter your email address, you get a verification link, and then you can already open the backend and try your experiments. So you can see the differences for yourself. Right off the bat, when you click on Ajax Search Lite, you are redirected to the search settings, and as opposed to Ajax Search Pro, when you click on the Ajax Search Pro menu, you are redirected to a slightly different menu where you can create more than one search instance. That is, I think, one of the biggest differences between the two plugins. The Lite version offers only one single search bar, which is like basically baked into the plugin, where here you can create as many as you want. For example, on the demo site, we have over I think it's like 30 something search engines. For example, this one, and there's another one here. That's a completely different one. This one here, that's a completely different one. This one up here, this compact one is a completely different one. So yeah, if you need more than one search bar, then, and by more than one I mean more than one with different configurations. So one to search, for example, products, another for I don't know, posts or blogs, then you need Ajax Search Pro. Otherwise, Ajax Search Lite is just perfectly fine. The downside is here you can only have a single configuration, where here you can have multiple configurations. That doesn't mean that you can use the search bar in the Lite version in multiple times, multiple places. That is, you can of course place it anywhere, even 10 times if you want, but all of them will work and look the same. Here in Ajax Search Pro, that's not the case. You can look, I could just create search 2, and here now I have 2 search bars, and both of them have different configurations. So this is, I think this is one of the biggest, out of the bad differences. Like, what's next? So let me open the search settings. As you can see, there's like 4 more tabs here. So let's just quickly check out the differences. So under general options, you have post type, search, behavior. So the structure is a little bit different, because here is less features and it's not that intuitive. On the Pro version, it's called search sources, but it's basically the general settings where you set the sources and also some of the limits and ordering. I may rename it in the Lite version as well, but for now it's like, it makes more sense. So as you can see here, you only have post type search as a source. If I go to Ajax Search Pro, I have basically the same interface for post type search, this submenu, but I can also search and return taxonomy terms. What does that mean? For example, if I select post product categories and go to the preview, by the way, you get a preview in the Pro version. In the Lite version, there's no preview as of yet. If I do an empty search, see, I get the product categories as results as well. This was added by user request, like most features. So yeah, the next one is media file search. So this video is not long enough to cover all of this, but there's a very comprehensive media search, PDFs, documents, images, and whatnot baked into the Pro version. So you can basically even search PDF by PDF content. So for example, you have PDF documents with some text. Ajax Search Pro can index the contents of these documents and return them as results as long as they are in the media library. For example, if I go to the Ajax Search Pro page, where is it? I think there was an example here with, see, it's file content search. Here we go. So if I go like in this word precedence, see, it leads to the PDF document. And if I try to look precedence, here we go. It's a match from the PDF document itself. It's not the file title, it's not the file whatever. It is from the PDF document. So this is, as long as it is a readable document, so it has like selectable text, so it's not like a scanned image or something, you can do this. This might not be useful for most people, but if you're looking for a very comprehensive search for PDF documents, I think this is a really good choice. User search, searching users as results, for example. I enabled it, and now I get, here I am, admin, I'm returned as a result. There's plenty of settings, exclusions, inclusions. It even supports like some of the X profile fields from Wordpress and whatnot. So to summarize, in Ajax Search Lite, you can search all kinds of post types, including posts, pages, products, whatnot. In Ajax Search Pro, that is expanded to like media files, taxonomy terms, users, and whatever. I think that is another like big difference. If I go further here, like the image and whatever, so there's obviously like more options. If I want to compare it to, I think there is a separate big tab for the image settings, but it's but there's like nothing more added to that, because these are for the taxonomy images, the user images, and then other image options which are also present in the Lite version. So there's not much to it. Same for the limits, same for I think the ordering. There is like a little bit of, it's only primary and secondary ordering, which is most people, that's what you would use. In the Pro version, there is a post type group separation, which is rarely used, but if you want the results coming from certain post types first, so you want products first and then posts and whatever, so they are not mixed, you can do that. Mixed results order, obviously this is not in the Lite version because you don't really have any other results than posts and post types. Here, you can change that. So for example, right now the taxonomy terms are first, but if I just drag this down completely below, say, attachments, see now the user results and the post type results, and now the attachments are here, and then the terms. So see if I need to scroll down. So that is a minor difference. Relevance settings, this is only available in the Pro version. There's multiple versions of this based on what type of engine you're using, which is also a Pro version feature. This index table engine is not present in the Lite version. I want to speak about it just a tiny bit because it's a very comprehensive feature. There's a separate menu for it. So if I open it, there's a completely new configuration. This is not in the Lite version. So what is this? Given the Lite version or the default configuration in the Pro version, search engines such as ours or any other that you will try, or the core WordPress search engine, what it does, it just searches the database that is present where the posts and all the things are stored, like the metadata and whatnot. The problem with that is when you have like a lot of items, when you expand that, it gets very costly, meaning that it takes a lot of like CPU power and whatnot. The index table engine is a feature where you can like kind of mitigate that, and there's a separate database built which can be configured and generated based on these settings. So for example, I want to search in the future posts, pages, say products, and I want to generate this index. The plugin will pick up all the fields that I tell it to. For example, I want to also search product category, products by product categories, and I can build this index. It's going to generate a separate database table, which is very much built for searching, so like really quick searches. And this is also what the the media content search uses. So if I were to select the attachment media, then I can select, there's a external indexing feature. I'm not going to go into that right now, but this is what I would recommend using if you have like more than just a couple of posts and you really want to like a more professional way to finding contents, because by general using search queries on the post database, like keyword occurrences are not considered. With the index table, they are, because these keywords are basically sorted into a table. Imagine like a Excel table, and the rows like store the number of occurrences for each keyword. You can therefore you can define synonyms. You can add stop words that should be excluded. The extraction of shortcodes and blocks. Most of the content is rendered. A lot of the time I see a good example is, for example, product tabs. So you have a WooCommerce store and there's like product tabs, and the contents of those tabs are not stored directly within the post, like the product contents. Therefore, they're not searchable. Well, the index table mitigates that, because it gets the content as you would like see it before it's rendered to the browser, and kind of tries to extract as much information from that as possible. And that includes those product tabs, and the many times I saw that was very useful for some of our customers who stored like some like measurements of like some products or whatnot, and they wanted to make them searchable. Well, this is what you want. I think we covered everything from the sources, and let's do it through Ajax Search Lite, I think. So image settings, we covered that. Front-end search filters. So there's like a very basic version of like creating filters as opposed to front-end search settings in Ajax Search Pro. Again, Lite version is just like an entry level of Pro version. Like most of the features are that you see here are also present in the Pro version. Like not most, but I think almost every single feature. And there's like, I can't even think like an exception off the top of my head, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that here, when you're using the Lite version, is probably, this is, you want a simple search engine that just works, right? If you want something that is more like complex, for example, let me show you this property search and filter. See, this has like a bedrooms, like a range slider filter, and like this price filter, and these checkboxes and radio buttons, and this drop down, or let me go to this stuff search and filter, where you have like a type in search and select filter. It's a multi-select actually. Again, these are not like very common use cases, but with Ajax Search Pro, you can actually build all of that. So if you go to this front-end search settings, see if you like have like a generic layout, generic filters if you want exact matches, content type, post types, dates, categories and taxonomy terms, for tags. For custom fields, you have plenty of different types of filters. There's a search button, a reset button if you want to enable it, some advanced features. So this is condensed to this small tab in the Lite version with like the most important features. And by the way, this is under reconstruction, so this is going to be like a visual builder in the future. I really hope I can like make it work better, because as you can see, there's like a lot of settings. Fortunately, most of this is very well documented, and there's like videos on how you can, how you can get around it. But as you can see, these are built, these examples are built by Ajax Search Pro. I didn't really do any customization. I just built them and just placed the search bar here and this results here, and it just works, right? Next one, let's go and take out the layout option. So there's like some options, like some features like the colors and some themes that you can choose. This is a slight deviation from how the Pro version is constructed, because if you click on the layout options, this is a little bit different. So these are more like style, but like general layout settings. If you want to go to styling, you can go to the theme and styling, and as you can see, there's like a lot of settings. So in the light version, this is all like put into the same like tab, where this is separated in the pro version. So there's like plenty, like a lot more. So see, like the heights of the borders and the input field, the overall box, the settings, the icons, you can upload your own box shadows, magnifier glasses, loaders, like basically everything you want, you can change here. And if you go back to the light version, like the most important features are here, whereas it's much more expanded in the pro version. For example, I think like one of the very interesting features is the keyword highlighter, which I think is one-to-one available in both. Like if I go to, where is it? Highlighter and load more feature. I think the load more is not available. Yeah, it's not available. But like the highlighter, as you can see, it's like the same thing on both of the engines. What's not is the compact box layout. So this is not available yet. I think this might be available in the future. I'm not exactly sure, but this is not available in the light version. What is the compact box layout? I've made a search, or I clicked it already during this video. But as you can see, that there's this closed search bar on the top of the, on the top of this demo, which I clicked, and it opens and focuses, and I can just start on typing things. So yeah, that is available only in the pro version. There's like a many configure. There's a video of it, so you can configure it in many different ways. Let me see. Like here is another example which is put in the page. So it's like a compact search bar where you want to just show the icon. Oh, and another example I almost forgot. Look at the side of this page. So you can even put it like in a fixed position. See, it doesn't scroll. So you can like make like a sort of like a full screen search, but it's not. It's not like a modal, but it's like a compact box that opens on the side of the web page, and you can make this like this overlay of like search. It's a pretty neat feature, and some people really like it. It's not, unfortunately, not available yet in the light version. One other thing, I think in the general like autocomplete, and I completely forgot about this, the autocomplete. This is like a really condensed version from the pro version. So you can get like Google Search Autocomplete and Google Keyword Suggestions in the light version. Whereas in the pro version, there's like a complete menu for this, where you can choose like different sources to get autocomplete and like predictive results and keyword suggestions. So predictive results is not available in the light version, and the suggestions are expanded. So what are these? Autocomplete is when you start typing, and for example, I type in like, okay, these are, I think I had it set to Google keywords, but if I change this to post titles and start typing oh no, I need to save it. Oops. There's some features that I need to save because they just wouldn't pick up. But see, album, I hit the key and it just auto-completes it. Now, the keyword suggestions are when there's like no results and you want some suggestions. And also there's like a predictive keyword, like predictive suggestion, where say I type in album 1. Instead, he says, did you mean album? And it just gives you some of the autocomplete suggestion, like a keyword suggestions. And if you type in some when there's like nothing, oh, the source is not set, I can like set multiple sources. Let's just use post tags and categories. And when there's like no match, it will try to, suggest something, but it's here because I have, oh, here we go. It tries to suggest something for Google, but here in this case, because I have predictions active, it's, it's not really going to change anything. But you have these features here. Another very interesting thing is the suggested search keywords. So if I enable this and refresh, see, I have these suggestions between like try these under the search bar. Again, this is only available in the Pro version. It's not available. I think it's gonna be, I really think so. I have considered adding this because I think it's really neat, and it's not something like huge, and it doesn't blow up the Lite version too much. So I could just add like a new tab here under the general options. Might as well. I think I might as well do that, and you know, and fix all of this. Layout options. There's like advanced settings. Like here, the most important is the advanced title and content fields. There's a complete documentation of what these are. What they do is like you can change the title and the contents to like add to cart and whatever, is like a sort of semi-visual builder, but it's a little bit more than that, because you can, you know, if I click on the insert field, for example, I want to show like a WooCommerce price, add to cart, or like categories. I want a list of categories within the results. With this pseudo editor, I can do that. It is now available both in the Lite and the Pro versions. It went through some extensive testing on the Pro version first, and then was added into the Lite version. Again, like in the Pro version, there's like more of that, because there's like a primary and secondary field for you know, for the post title and the contents, and then an editor for user results and whatnot. But it's basically the same. Where it's not the same is where you want to exclude results. And in the Pro version, there's like possibility to exclude by dates, by users, by like authors, by tags, by taxonomy terms. You can do inclusions both and exclusions as well. There's like possibility to exclude or include items by ID and so on. You know, that there's a little bit of difference. The keyword exceptions, I think this is exactly the same. Yeah, these are exactly the same, so both available in Lite and Pro versions. It's basically when someone types in something and you want to just kind of ignore that, this is what you use for that. For example, if I typed in test, keyword exceptions replace anywhere, and someone typed in test 1, then test would be ignored and just 1 would be searched. Similarly here, if I were to press it here, only the whole word. So if I type in test 1, it's not going to be ignored because it's not a whole word match. Again, accessibility options, I think it's basically the same. And like here is like what you can have. There's like an animation settings, which is very rarely, you know, changed, but you can change how the animation works, how it you know, normally it's like this nice fade and drop, but you can just change. Okay, this is for settings. So if I don't like the results, if I want to change this, see now it's just fading, or I can completely turn this off. And for the results, I can like see, oops, I choose a bounce out, bounce in up. See, like that. So they show like it in a different way. See. I think we covered like basically everything on the search instance settings, but this is far from everything. I just went really quickly through what of the capabilities. And now if you just look at the menu, like there's a lot more in on the sidebar than in the Lite version. So what's missing is basically this index table, which we covered, and the priorities. Priorities are basically the highest order of how the post type results are presented. For example, you want to prioritize some groups of results over others by some criteria. For example, I want to prioritize, so add 101 priority to results that, I don't know, are within a specific product category. For example, in the accessories category, and also like I can save this rule, add the new rule, and whatever. This is a very comprehensive feature, and I can change which search phrases it should apply to and whatnot. So this is a very complex feature. It's more like really advanced. I think it is worth keeping it in the Pro version. And there's like an individual priorities which override even that. Is like whenever an item is matched at, for example, if I want like this logo collection to be over the top of all results, I would just type in 101 priorities, save the changes. And if I were to make a search, then this matches, it's going to be on the top of all results. That's what it does. Yeah. So this is obviously like a pro version thing. Also search statistics, there's like search, stats that you can enable. So far it's like a very basic thing. It's going to be expanded later on with like more information. Analytics integration, I believe this is, yeah, let me see. This should be in the Lite version. It still has like a page view tracking, which is going to be removed, but you should be using the event tracking because GA4 is, the GA3 is no longer supported. But usually like the legacy and the deprecated things are slow, like are not removed as quick from the Lite version as from the Pro, because a lot of time I meet with like users who use the Lite version and would just miss a feature. Oh, I still want to use this, still want to use that, but Google Analytics 3 is no longer available, so I think I can safely just remove that. Compatibility settings, there's a lot less here, but these are options which you really rarely do use. You can change like the script sources, how the CSS is generated, and whatnot. This is like really, if you want like this edge, like get the maximum out of the page loading and whatnot, then this is it. This is for you. Exporting and importing, if we want to like back up some of the search instances, it's very rarely used. Again, it's a pro version feature. Like in Lite, you can't do that. And I think this is like basically all. I believe I covered like on the top layer, the very top layer of like what the main differences are. As you can see, there's like a lot of settings, like a lot of settings, a lot of features, but that allows you to basically make everything you want in Ajax Search Pro. And this is just what you see, because if you check out the documentation, there's like a lot of settings to do, and more importantly, there's a knowledge base for more advanced users. And the Pro version has like a lot more things that you can change through hooks and filters and all kinds of tricks and tips and tricks that you can use to change up things. I really hope that this helps you to get a better view of like what the main differences are between the two plugins. I didn't want to talk this long. I wanted to make it short, but it's just basically not possible. There's so much baked into all of these. I've been developing both of these plugins for over 10 years, so I really there's a really lot of added. And by the way, don't be afraid to suggest things. The way this plugin get here, both of them, is by I've listened to what you guys wanted, right? Because at the end of the day, I want to make a search engine that is like suited for like most use cases. Obviously you can't do everything, but I kind of want to like make it happen and just get over the top of the line of everything else and just give you something that you can use locally. Because I know like some of these or many competitors, they have like a different approach, which is completely fine. I don't want to compete where they use like an external service, which is like faster, but of course it's costlier. I wanna stay on this end of the market where you can buy something that is that is affordable and that has a lot of features, and you could just keep using it without having like monthly payments or variable payments to keep it maintained. This is all local. Everything is happening locally. This is a local search engine. This is just basically using all of the features that is available in WordPress. And by that, I think this is the end of this video. If you made it this far, well, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps me a lot. And again, if you have anything to say, just let me know down in the comments below or contact me through the webpage. I'm really happy to hear every like any suggestions or whatever, again, I try to make them happen. It's not as usually it's not as quick as it looks. I need to maintain a lot of installation, so not to break anything, but I do my best. Just let me know. Okay. I hope this helps you decide which one is best for you. If you decide to get the Pro version, well, thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye.